Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart. Have you ever thought about getting your concealed carry permit? Let's talk about that.
And I'm Stacy Beck. We have a special treat today, a visit with Maddie Wilson. Maybe we can get her to sing for us too.
All this and more coming right up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to Studio Chatter. How are you doing?
I'm good, Natasha. How are you?
Doing well. Off to a busy summer.
Yes, and we're missing a busy friend.
Yes, she's vacationing in sunny Florida.
Yeah, she sent us a clip. Let's see what she's up to today.
This is Afro Danes here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Loving it, absolutely loving this state. I can see why older people gravitate, the older community. It's warm, it's hot, but the beaches are amazing. We've been to Juniper, West Palm Beach, just all down the southern part of Florida. I've been driving around, got ourselves, we hired a rental car with my four boys and their cousins, and just been eating really good food, meeting different people from one state to another, Florida, New York, California, just different people from the islands. I'm just loving it. It really is. I feel like I'm at home. I love the palm trees. You can see right here behind me, we're at a clubhouse and it's just gorgeous. The pool is just amazing. We come here practically every day. We play tennis, and then we are beach hunters. That's what we've been doing, and it's been absolutely amazing. I feel refreshed. My skin is amazing. Don't have to put any makeup on. Getting that tan going, and my kids are just golden brown. It's great missing you guys here in West Palm Beach. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.
Wow, that looks awesome.
I'm jealous. That looks like a lot of fun.
Do you have any fun things planned for the summer?
Oh gosh, well, we started our vacation a little earlier on in the summer, so we went to Myrtle Beach. So we've already gone and come back from that.
Okay.
And then we had a busy week at Miss Utah.
Last week was super busy for you.
Yes.
So you did a staycation.
We did a staycation in Salt Lake City. So we went to support Jordan for Miss Utah.
And how did she do?
She did wonderful. She had a great showing and looked beautiful. So that was a ton of fun. And then my little Barrett was also a little miss for Miss Orem. So yeah, it was a good time. A very, very busy week.
It was fun watching you on Instagram and Facebook, seeing all your beautiful dresses. And you have so many events to dress up for. I bet it's a blast.
It was a ton of fun.
And what hotel do you stay at?
So we stayed at the Hilton downtown, across the street from Capitol Theater. So it was a nice, short, easy walk across the street.
Is that where all the contestants stay as well?
No. So this year they were actually staying at the University of Utah. They stayed in the dorms. So they kind of shuttled them back and forth. So Salt Lake City was definitely happening.
Definitely a fun place. Well, this Friday is my mom's birthday.
Oh.
And so for Mother's Day combination birthday, I am taking her to Durango, Colorado for a little Airbnb stay. I've never done that, so I will have to report back next time how that went.
Oh, fun.
We're staying in a ranch, a ranch.
I was just going to ask you what you knew about where you were staying, because that's always the interesting part, right?
Yeah, and I heard a lot of people that said, just make sure you read all the reviews. So this specific ranch had like 110 reviews, and I thought, oh, that's safe because the people actually live there. So my husband's little skeptical. He's like, you guys are crazy, but it's a couple with a dog. There's a picture. Everyone on the review said they are so
well, that's
friendly.
Safe then, right? That's
right.
Safe.
So,
is it like a bed and breakfast then? So do they feed you or?
I don't believe they do, but they did say the kitchen's right by our bedroom, so I guess we can bring in some food if we want.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's going to be fun.
So are you going to be doing some horseback riding?
No, we're just going to stay there, and then I think it's just 10 minutes from Durango, so then we'll go into town.
So where do you fly into?
We're driving. It's a little road trip.
Driving.
It's about a 5.5-hour drive.
Well, that should be a lot of fun, a little road trip with Mom.
I'm excited.
And I think that you also said during this little break that you had some tickets to the home show.
Yes, to the Parade of Homes. So I work at Utah Valley Magazine, and we publish the Utah Valley Parade of Homes magazine. And so every year I try and go. And so this year I think I've been to, I bet 8 or 10.
How many are there? homes in total? Do you know?
30.
Oh my gosh,
I think there's
that
30,
many. Okay.
right around there, give or take, one or two. So yeah, it's been fun. I didn't get to the northern end of the valley, but I stayed down here and did some, and I've been with my daughter and with some friends, and
I've been in the past. I've not been able to go in the past few years because it seems like the time frame always competes with something. Now you'll hear some people say, "Oh, you know, do you just go to covet everything
Right.
and you just want?" I'll ask you.
Okay.
What's your take on it?
I love to just go get decorating ideas. Even if it inspires me to buy a $5 plant at TJ Maxx to put on the back of the toilet seat. I take a lot of pictures because I need to copy people and be inspired. But several years back, one of my good friends built a parade of homes home. And up to that point, I would be a little covetous, I will say. But then I watched her, like what she specifically sacrificed to have that home.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, definitely.
Because there's a trade-off in life. I mean, you can't really have it all. There's a sacrifice, give or take. And I thought, you know, I'm not willing to sacrifice all that.
So I would agree with that. And I personally don't believe that there is a one perfect home. I don't think you're
definitely
ever
not.
going to build the perfect home.
Right.
Because there are so many ideas and so many trends, because I could be so in love with a 1920s home because there's so much character
Yes.
and so many things that I wouldn't change about that. But then you can see an updated, very
true.
modern home with so many new trends. And I know, you know, a few years ago it was the pot fillers over the stove, and I'm like, oh, I have to have a pot
that.
filler. Or, you know, when movie theaters became trendy,
Yeah.
everybody had to have that.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, it's the barn doors. And you
Yes.
talk even about the plants, you know, succulents are so popular
Yes,
right
true.
now. And then, you know, you talk about even the drive-in, you know, where you're loading your groceries and
Right.
you know,
I saw
into
those in a
your,
couple
I'm like,
homes.
oh, you got to have one of those. So
Yeah.
yes, I agree. I think that the ideas are marvelous, and you know, I love the ideas too. So I think that's so awesome
Yeah.
that you got to go.
Well, I love going, but I also have found over the years, I think a home is just who lives in it.
Yes, I agree.
If it's inviting, one thing that has always drawn me into a home are a lot of pictures, because I feel like it just kind of pulls you in, and you want to come in and you want to see their family and their vacations, and you want people to just connect with you. And so the smallest space, I think, can be so cozy and
Yep.
beautiful.
Yes,
So-
because you could have the loveliest, nicest, biggest home in the world, and it could be ice cold.
Exactly.
Yep,
And I've been in both.
Yep, I couldn't agree
Yep.
more. Okay, I know that we're going to get cut off. So
'Kay.
on that note, guess who has moved into the White House?
I can only imagine. Tell us, Natasha.
Melania Trump and Barron are officially in the White House. They
So-
moved in on
Okay.
June 11th. So
And you follow this
you
closely.
know that I'm watching. Yes.
So is she happy and loving it?
Well, she's tweeted. So she tweeted, you know, out the window and said that they can't wait to make the home their own. So
Okay, good.
We'll see what she
You'll
does
have
with
to
it.
keep us posted on
Yes.
that. Yeah. Now that might be a house to covet a little bit.
Well, we'll see what she does with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that'll be fun.
I think that what Jackie Kennedy did back in her era, it will be interesting to
yeah.
see what Melania does in this day and age.
Okay, you need to keep us posted. If
Yeah.
you find some good pictures, you need to bring them and share with our
Okay.
viewers.
I promise to do
Okay,
that.
because I would love to see it, because I don't follow her.
Coming up next, we'll talk with a couple of ladies that say shooting is not just a men's sport. Stay with us for the fun. If you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, now is your chance. Facebook.com/SF17 Studio Chatter. Get involved in the chatter. Got an idea for us? Share it. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We would like to welcome Stephanie Staley and Connie Brooks. Stephanie is a member of the SF17 Shootin' Straight Posse and owner of SX3. Connie Brooks was an owner of Barnes Bullets and is a chapter leader for A Girl and a Gun.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're so excited you guys are here tonight.
Excited to be here. We are too.
This is very exciting. We've been waiting for you for a while.
A long time. I apologize. Had a lot going on. Been a little bit sick here and there. So
Oh, it's worth the wait.
it is. Oh, Thank you. I just sounded really conceited there. I didn't mean to.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, this is an exciting topic. There's a lot of controversy, I think, with guns in general, and then you get ladies into the mix, and let's talk about how the two kind of get together, and maybe first of all how your maybe love of guns began.
Mine was a long time ago. My mother actually introduced me to guns. It wasn't my dad. I mostly shot pistols, revolvers. I didn't really get a lot into hunting. I got a little into hunting later on. My karate teacher would take me hunting, so that was kind of where my love sparked. My mom got my first BB gun, and my dad, I'm so sorry, he didn't know about it. I had to keep it a secret for a little while, and my mom was sweet about it. But would go out to Genola and, would be able to kind of have free reign out there. So that was my love of guns beginning. Okay. I started very young. So
Connie, what about you?
Well, pretty much the same story, except my dad, we went hunting. We went deer hunting, and we went pheasant hunting every year. That's just what Utah people did. I call my dad a kind of fair weather hunter, but at least he got me out there, and we got outdoors. We did a lot of camping, and then, of course, I married my husband, and he loved to hunt, and so I just did a little more hunting with him, and then we bought our company, the Barnes Bullet Company, back in 1974, which totally threw us into hunting and shooting guns and more guns, and so it just kind of channeled all through there. So I've hunted in many countries around the world and in probably 2/3 of the states here, and I just love hunting, and I really didn't get into pistol shooting until about 5 years ago, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all rifle, shotgun, that kind of thing.
So I want the camera to get a close-up on her necklace at some point, because Natasha and I are loving this pistol. Diamond necklace.
That's the first thing we noticed. That's amazing.
Yeah.
that's cute.
Well, you talked about a couple of things. So you've talked about hunting. So there's hunting, to kill game, and then I think there's probably the sport. So you talk about like maybe shooting clay pigeons. So there's that type of sporting, and then we'll talk about concealed weapons permits and safety. So I would think about it in kind of those divisions. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that's good.
Yep. Hunting, shooting sports, and concealed carry for your protection.
So as far as hunting goes, I mean, did that start because you were actually hunting to put something on the table, or for the love of just hunting, or is there something that you love to hunt in particular?
I would say kind of all the above.
Okay.
My karate teacher was his name's Archie, and he was very, if you kill something, you're going to use it. You're going to use every part. You're not going to go out and poach. You're going to obey the laws. You're going to... And so
important.
that ingrained it into me. So I actually never got anything with him. He was more of a road hunter. And you can get lucky and you can get a gift, deer, coyote, or whatever you want to call, but we really weren't successful. I actually didn't get my first deer until last year, and I'm still finishing it up. I love the meat. I love everything about it. So, but going out there and being many years hunting and not getting anything, and I still love it because I love being out in nature. I love everything about it. So that's both. I enjoy it, and I do use what I kill.
Okay.
Well, yeah, kind of ditto to all of that, but I love being out there and just being amongst the wildlife. I mean, that's my most favorite part, because you see such unique things going on with various kinds of wildlife, and it just makes my heart just pump and pump, and just I just get just a warm, fuzzy feeling because I just love to watch them. I have deer and elk, and I also have fox and coyote where I live right now, and turkeys, and there isn't a day that goes by that I just don't stop and look and just in wonderment and just love what I see.
Yep.
So I've not done it for a very long time, but my dominant eye is actually my left eye. So I shoot left-handed, and
That's smart.
So I tried to take a shot at a deer one time with a shotgun that wasn't mine, and I got one of this nice mark here.
The scope.
From
Did you get that?
the scope.
You said shotgun, but you probably meant rifle.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
So I have the nice
The scope mark.
Yeah.
I have seen that
cut it
so
right
many
over?
times.
Yeah, I have
Like
the
stitches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you get like the half moon or the full, or I see that.
Yeah,
A
so
lot.
That's
a
not a fun
memory,
thing.
yeah, a
That
memory
happened,
there.
and that happened to me one time in Alaska, and I tried to cover it up. And when I have never understood, seeing stars, but it come back and hit me. The scope did, and I saw stars. Seriously, it was not a fun thing.
So I think I would probably be more prone to try the pistol shooting now too. So maybe you can take me out sometime.
Sure.
Anytime.
Fun.
That would be fun.
I love it. Seriously. And more these days, it is women coming to women for shooting, because I know that I didn't want to get taught by my husband. I mean, not that I don't love him, but I would just get a little irritated. So we would love to take you shooting.
Well, do you think the adrenaline is a little bit different? I mean, what is it about women to women coaching, or what do you think is different?
Comfort.
Is it?
I think.
I think a
it's
lot of comfort, yeah, and trust. Probably, I think there's a lot of trust, and I don't know. I just think they feel more at home when they're being taught by women. So
We can all talk and
yeah,
be open and honest with one another. And
yeah.
But are there things offered, like for women who might want to get their concealed carry weapons permit, then can they come to you, or are there classes offered by women?
Their classes, yeah.
Okay, so they can just look for women
You have
instructors.
open enrollment where anyone can come in, and then you have we have a gal like Girl and a Gun that teaches, and we'll talk about that later. That teaches classes for women.
yeah.
So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So do both of you have your concealed weapons
Oh
permit?
yeah.
Oh yes. Yes,
For a
we
very,
do.
very long time.
That's awesome.
And the rules and laws, they constantly change, so you have to keep up on them,
Yes.
which is good. But
Okay. What are the advantages to having a concealed weapons permit in today's society?
well,
do you believe?
I'm a mother of 3 young children, and that's my top priority is their safety, and I will do whatever it takes if that situation does unfortunately come up to protect them. And I've trained myself so I'm very comfortable around a weapon. I'm not just have my concealed permit and a gun and that's it and hope for the best. I've trained, I've thought about scenarios, and so that's my number one is the safety of my children.
And I've heard a lot of statistics about women and concealed carry. They kind of shy away from doing a concealed carry if they're by themselves, but if they have children, they are like a mama bear, and they are going to fight for their children. They'll fight harder for their children than they will themselves. And I didn't really think of that till somebody talked to me about that, and I thought, that really is kind of true. I would go to bat for my child any day, but maybe me, I'm like a little skittish. If I'm by myself, I'll hold off, but don't mess with the kids and the grandkids.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Coming up next, more about women and firearms. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Let's continue our discussion with Connie and Stephanie. Tell us about A Girl and a Gun.
Well, I love A Girl and a Gun. I've been involved with the organization for about 5 years, and the organization is based in Texas. And a lady by the name of Juliana Crowder started it. And the first year that she had a conference, there were like 100 ladies that came to the conference. And I went to the first conference and had a table set up showing Barnes products and all of that stuff. And I fell in love with the camaraderie that they had. The women, it's just pretty much all women. And the whole idea behind A Girl and a Gun is women teaching women how to feel more comfortable with shooting all kinds of firearms, not just pistols, but shotguns, ARs, all kinds of different firearms. And so I thought I went to the conference that they had every year, and finally last year I started a chapter here in Utah. There are 92 chapters across the United States with over 5,000 members. And so we have meetings twice a month. Every chapter does have a meeting twice a month, and we can do our own agenda. We can just shoot just pistol, or we can shoot anything. We can just do anything we want, basically, with our own chapter, as long as it's very, very safe.
Fun meetings.
Yes, fun meetings.
Not just the type of meetings that we've been in all day.
Well, yeah. I mean, Stephanie come and taught us how to clean our guns, because that's very important to know how to clean your guns. And there's all kinds of different activities that we do with A Girl and a Gun. But basically, it's just a really great organization that just empowers women to feel comfortable about using their handguns. And so I help teach them how to use their handguns, and we go into shotguns and ARs and things like that. But my goal is to make them not feel like they're afraid to look at the pistol or to pick up the pistol and be ready to shoot it well and defend themselves when necessary.
Okay.
And so we push safety.
Good.
And women are very, very safety conscious.
Yes.
So in that regard, why are they so darn intimidating?
Because they can kill you.
Yes, and I think it's just yes, and I think it's just the unknown, because I see a whole different person come out once they start getting comfortable with that pistol, and then it just flows. They're not afraid of it. I think it's just the unknown. They just don't pick it up, and they've been told, "Oh, that's awful, it's awful," and it's not awful.
They
It
are
really
a bit
isn't.
intimidating, though, because you hear, the safety is on, is it off, and is there a bullet in the?
And there's a lot to
yes,
remember.
there is a lot to
There's a
know.
lot to remember, especially with a semi-automatic. A revolver is much more simple, but a semi-automatic, there's a lot more things going on, and you have to have your head screwed on straight.
And if
Right.
you're not doing it very often, I've grown up around guns my whole life, but as I've got older, I do it less and less. So then when I am with one, I feel like I used to not be this nervous around
That muscle
guns.
memory goes away.
And that's the whole purpose of a girl and a gun, to get you out with your friends, your women friends, and shoot often, not just do it once every 10, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. It's every month you get out. If you want to come twice a month, and you can even come more than that if you want. I'm more than willing to teach anybody one-on-one.
Okay.
The thing that really irks me about concealed carry, and especially in this state, you can get a concealed carry without knowing how to shoot a pistol. That irritates me.
All you do is go take a 4-hour class. You
Yes.
learn the laws and procedures, and that's that. There's no written test. There's no shooting
Really?
test. Which is good and bad, because you do want to be trained. You do want to understand what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So there are pluses and minuses to that.
I had a lady message me because she's going to come to a class on Saturday, and she said, "I have my concealed carry, but I've never picked up a pistol." And I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with that picture. And it's like a really good scenario was, just because you have a guitar in your house doesn't make you a musician. And the same thing, just because you have a concealed carry doesn't make
Good
you
point.
able to use your firearm if you have to or want to.
You said Utah, that's Utah's laws. Are other states different?
Yes.
They require shooting tests. You have to be able to get a certain amount of bullets in a certain place. So they do have written, they do have actual practical tests in other states. So.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite surprising.
I know Utah is like we said earlier, we're hunters and
Right.
have guns.
So by knowing that, you would hope that the
be a little
people
more
who do, they
strict.
get, and that they're more responsible. A lot of them do get their permits, knowing that they're going to get their permits, and then they're going to go out and they're going to familiarize. I haven't seen a lot of people just get their
So
permits
this
and carry.
class, A Girl with a Gun, is a great opportunity for women out there who have their concealed weapons permit to come and shoot.
Definitely.
Perfect. Tell us, where is this held at?
Well,
How can they
my
contact you?
chapter is in Mona, Utah, and I have my own shooting range, outdoor shooting range. We can shoot pistols, ARs, and shotguns. And then I have another place where, at my place, where we can actually throw clay pigeons and shoot clay pigeons, just shoot at clay pigeons. So I'm very lucky to have all of that at my disposal in the winter.
We're very lucky to utilize that, and that we have such a willing host, because a lot of hosts and ladies over chapters don't have access to these things. So you have to go and pay to get into an indoor range or an outdoor range, and she's very willing.
And
so
you're just
we're
volunteering
lucky.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, make the appointment to go to the indoor range, make sure you're not bothered by other people. It's really kind of difficult sometimes, but we go in the winter. I don't, it's too cold in the winter here, so we have to go to the indoor range, which is fine.
Right.
It's fine. But being outdoors, it's just makes a whole new, more comfortable feeling.
Right.
And I think the ladies feel a little more comfortable outside as well.
Okay.
Agreed.
So do the ladies in the northern end of the state come to you?
Actually, I have a friend coming from Ogden this Saturday, and I have about 5 or 6 ladies in Eagle Mountain that come, that drive about an hour and 15 minutes each way. I'm trying to get some other ladies up north to become they call it a facilitator, a person who's in charge of the chapter, and get more chapters up north, and hopefully get one down in the St. George area too.
Nice.
But the ladies have to be NRA basic handgun certified, and they have to be a range safety officer. So you just can't. I mean, you have to have those credentials in order to even be accepted as a facilitator with a girl and a gun. So, and they are very, very conscious of how you are displaying your safety, how you're helping the ladies, and
They should be.
Yeah, they should be. And as far as I know, I have never heard of anyone having an accident in any one of the chapters across the United States. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Good. Stephanie, what kind of statistics have you heard recently that you'd like to share with us?
Well, so just the percentage of women in carrying has gone up over 240% in the last 10 years.
Wow.
So that's pretty significant.
That's
Ladies,
cool.
over 50% of women in America own their own firearm. So those are some pretty big numbers. That's in shooting sports and hunting. The amount of new hunters is much larger in women than men. So they're getting into that. They're getting into 3-gun sports. So they're becoming much more comfortable. And you see these groups, I mean, there's not just a girl and the gun. There are all sorts of shooting groups out there that women can join.
Yeah.
And they are just increasing significantly because you have a friend that, I'd like to carry, but I don't really know any other girlfriends that do it. Hey, let me take you to this. And then it continues to grow. I see more and more coming to our little posse down in Mona, and it's just the more women that do it, the more comfortable women are to do it.
Well, and since I've been in the industry since the early 70s, I've seen such a change. I mean, when I used to try to find hunting clothes, and I'd have to go to the boys department or whatever, or come up with some other kind of thing to wear while I was out hunting, and now it's just like commonplace.
It's
all of the
mainstream
industry
completely.
leaders, all the industry people are gearing towards women, whatever it takes.
Wow, you are amazing women to know. Thank you so much for joining us today. That was really,
pleasure.
really awesome.
We could talk
Really?
for hours
Oh,
about
yeah,
this.
we could.
Another time, yes, do please come back.
Certainly.
Coming up next, a special treat, we will have a visit with Maddie Wilson. We would love to have you share our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SF17 Studio Chatter. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. It's not often that we get to visit with a big star, but we have one that lives right here in the area. Welcome, Maddie Wilson, to Chatter.
Hi, it's so good to be here. I've seen all the episodes, and I'm so excited I can be part of it.
It's okay. You don't have to lie and make us feel better.
But if you watched one, that's awesome. Welcome. We're just meeting for the first time. So tell us, first about where you grew up. Where are you from?
So I'm from Salem, so
Okay.
just really close to here, and I've lived there. I lived in one house all my life. So
went to Salem High School?
Salem Hills, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And now are
not
you still
very
in
interesting,
Salem?
but no, I live in Salt Lake now.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got married a few months ago, and so we live in Salt Lake because he goes to the U.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan of the U, but
I was
whatever.
say sorry about that.
BYU girl.
So how did you guys meet? That's kind of interesting.
It's like a really long story.
Oh, okay.
But we went to preschool together. So he's originally from Salem.
Okay.
So, but lots of things happened, and we met again a couple years ago and dated and stuff. So
Just like a country music love song, right?
Exactly.
You wrote about him?
Yes, I have. He's been inspiration for lots of my songs. So
okay.
yeah.
So where did your love of music stem from?
From the moment I could talk, my parents told me, I just started singing and as loud as I could, on the top of my lungs.
Okay.
And I just loved it so much. I love music. I love, everything about it. And my dad raised me on country music. So kind of, whenever we would go camping or driving up in the mountains, we would always put on Alabama and Oak Ridge Boys and Michael Martin Murphy and some Eagles, even though they weren't considered country, but... So I was raised on that stuff, and I love country music, and I decided when I was 12 or 13 that I wanted to pursue it professionally, and so I did. Yeah.
Wow. So that, you start singing along with the radio, and then it's karaoke, and then how did you start strumming a guitar?
So I started singing, and I wanted to start writing songs. And so I took songwriting lessons from a guy in Provo, and he told me that I needed to learn guitar because in country music, you need to play guitar, you need to write songs. You can't just be a singer. And so I'm like, okay. So I bought a guitar, took guitar lessons, and then I quit guitar lessons because I hated it. And so I just looked up how to play guitar on YouTube.
Wow.
How long did you take lessons?
Probably a few months, honestly.
And that's all the lessons you've had?
Yeah, but
Okay.
YouTube videos are awesome.
What about singing lessons?
And yeah, I take vocal lessons. I've taken vocal lessons for a while just to keep my voice in good condition and not to strain anything, so I can sing for a long time. And because when I play shows, I do for hours, and my voice can't get worn out.
Let's
Oh yeah,
hear
well,
about-
she's definitely going to perform for us.
I can't wait.
Yes.
So you obviously, I mean, it's worked out for you. You've produced a few albums. You caught a break. You've spent some time in Nashville. So how did that come to be? So somebody heard you. So what? Tell us kind of that story.
Well, it stemmed from I think when I was 11.
Okay.
And so for Salem Days in Salem, they had like, what's it called? They had like a competition or something, like Salem's Got Talent.
Okay.
And so I did it when I was 11, and I remember singing The Climb by Miley Cyrus, and I thought I did so good, but I didn't win. These, not to be mean, but these dancing grandmas beat me. A group of dancing, like tap dancing grandmas.
Okay.
And I was like, they beat me? Like, I felt so like, I hated, I'm like, I'm never singing again. Like, that was so embarrassing, and like, I was so sad. Anyways, and so my mom, she was trying to like cheer me up, and so she took me to like the main park where, there were like vendors and stuff like that. And then they had like a stage where people could go up and do karaoke. And so I sang karaoke, and I was 11, and people started like filling up, and when I would get off the stage, they would leave again, and I'd get it back on, and they'd like come back, and that like sparked my love for performing. And a guy that was there, I've never spoken to him again, but he told me that I had the it factor, and that I should pursue it professionally. And so for some reason that convinced me, and that's when I decided to start posting YouTube videos and writing songs. So
I spent some time on YouTube watching you. I mean, your voice is amazing.
Thank you.
And that's just it. Like, I mean, you're posting these videos, and then you have this following, and then you're on a plane, and you're playing in Nashville, and all of a sudden you're backing. I mean, you've played with some amazing bands, and you're doing all sorts of covers. I mean, that's amazing. So,
Thank you.
So what do you feel like to date has been your biggest accomplishment?
I don't know. I mean, there are so many new things that I love about what I'm doing. One of the more recent ones is sometimes when I perform, I get people online coming to my shows and being like, oh, I watch all your YouTube videos, I'm such a big fan. And I'm not used to people coming to watch me. I'm used to the people that are there will watch me because I'm there, but my fans, will show up to concerts and buy tickets to come to my shows, and I'm starting to see a little bit more of that, and so that's something that I'm really excited about right now.
Who's been your funnest person to perform with? Or open for?
Open for, let's see, I've opened for a lot of people, but I love Lone Star. They were really nice.
Okay.
They were just like super, they didn't act like celebrities really, they just treated me like a normal person, and like they're equal. And
do you get to know the group or the person you're opening for very well, or are you
Sometimes.
kind of separated backstage?
It depends.
And are they as cool as us?
No.
They're not as engaging, I'm sure.
Just kidding. Sometimes I do get to know them. Other times, if they have more of an ego,
They're
don't.
off in a back room?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I have gotten to meet lots of awesome people. But I won't name the ones that have been like...
No.
These are the stories that I love, though. These are the stories that give me goosebumps. And you remember this name because over a decade ago when I was a country music radio DJ. These are the stories that you hear or spend times in the press tent with. And I remember, there's been several names, but even I remember probably 5 to 7 years ago when Lady Gaga was opening for, I don't even remember, some women saw it, were like, who? She's so weird. Like, who is that?
She's never going to be
Oh gosh! And now look at her.
Yeah.
I mean, superstar.
Yeah.
Same with Carrie Underwood. Same with these big names. And I expect to see and hear
thank
great
you.
things from you. So yes, you'll
means
you'll
so
hear
much.
it. Yes.
Well, if we come and watch you in concert one day, will you let us
Backstage passes.
Yes.
We'll just
Yes.
say, hey, your Studio Chatter friends are here.
Yeah, lots of times during the summer it's a trailer, but if you're cool with that,
We'll go anywhere,
That's the
right?
backstage. It's super fun.
Okay.
Sometimes they have food back there.
Oh, we like food.
Yeah, we love food. Yes, that's good. And speaking of that, we were talking about an upcoming performance in Mapleton very soon. So when is that?
July 3rd.
Okay, so
Just
mark
in
your
the
calendars.
Mapleton City Park?
Yes,
Okay.
the main park, and it's the Mapleton concert series. They have
Okay.
somebody every Monday night or something.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'm
close
headlining
to
that
home.
night.
Do you go
Awesome.
back to perform in Salem very often?
I am this year, actually.
you?
Yeah,
Okay.
August 7th, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
opening up for
perfect.
James the Mormon, if you guys know who
Oh,
James
you
is.
are?
Yeah.
I hope I'm in town because
Yeah,
I know
come.
they've gone through a lot of work to get James the
Yeah.
Mormon there.
Yep.
So that will be awesome, and that will be at Salem Hills High School.
Yeah.
Your old stomping
I
ground.
know. It'll be
Oh,
weird.
cool. Good. Well, it's good to meet you, Maddie.
Nice to meet you guys.
All right, 2 things to put on the calendar.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we will twist Maddie's arm to perform for us, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is a first for us, having a live performance in our show, but here we go. Maddie, what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to perform a song that I wrote called Freckles. It's about a friend of mine who has lots of freckles all over her face, and she used to hate them. And so I kind of related that to everybody because she was the most beautiful girl, and I kind of related it to us, how we all have things about ourselves that we don't like, but somebody else might think it's so beautiful. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty girl, don't need to hide that part of you that you don't like. Turns out it's my favorite thing about you. There's no need to feel ashamed of the sun-dropped kisses on your face. One day you will see them how I do. Ooh, we all got something that makes us special. Ooh, go on and own it, 'cause we are golden, we all got freckles. My sister thinks her nose is big, and my best friend snorts just like a pig, and Daddy wears a hat to hide the gray. Tall or short or thick or thin, beauty is all relative, and that's what keeps this world spinning day by day. Ooh, we all got something that makes us special. Ooh, go on and own it, 'cause we are golden, we all got freckles. Everything around us says we're supposed to look like stars. We cover up what's beautiful to play the perfect part. Everything around us says we're supposed to look like stars, but a pretty face is nothing with an ugly heart. Ooh, we all got something that makes us special. Ooh, go out and own it, 'cause we are golden, Pretty girls don't need to hide that part of you that you don't like. There's no need to feel ashamed of the sun-drop kisses on your face. Yeah, we all got freckles. Thank you.
Love that one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now this is called Vitamin C. A little change of scenery, recharge our batteries, would be good for you and me right about now. I'm gonna kick these high heels off, tell your friends your phone got lost. We've been way too hung up on what we can do without. Cause what we need is a beach with the waves rolling and splashing on our feet. Some fun in the sun. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah, we'll drive down south of the border, just what the doctor ordered. 90 degrees, a salty breeze. You and me need a little vitamin C. I was in line for that big promotion. Think I'd rather jump in the ocean and have you rub some suntan lotion on my back. So grab your flip-flops and some toothpaste, throw our suits inside a suitcase. Hope we wind up someplace not on any map. Cause what we need is a beach with the waves rolling and splashing on our feet. Some fun in the sun. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah, we'll drive down south of the border, just what the doctor ordered. 90 degrees, a salty breeze. You and me need a little vitamin C. Yeah, we need a little vitamin C. S-E-A, you and me, baby, we need a little bit of vitamin C. Yeah, ha. Vitamin C, S-E-A, you and me, baby, we need a little bit of vitamin C. Yeah, cause what we need is a beach with the waves rolling and splashing on our feet. Some fun in the sun. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah, we'll drive down south of the border, just what the doctor ordered. 90 degrees, a salty breeze. You and me need a little vitamin C. Yeah, yeah. We need a little vitamin C. Yeah, yeah.
That's our new summer theme song. I love it. Very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Of
thanks,
course.
Maddie.
Come see us again.
For sure. Anytime.
Wow, so we have made it again. What did you learn today, Stacy?
Oh, there was a lot of fun things.
Yes.
Off is going to be sad she missed
Yeah,
out.
she is going to be
I know
very
she
sad.
was excited to
She
have the
missed a
gun
big
people.
show.
Yeah. Geez, just talking about guns brought back a lot of childhood memories, and I think it'd be so fun to take both my girls down to the shooting range and go shoot and help my girls be more familiar with carrying guns again.
Well, it did bring one point. As you know, I spent the week at Miss Utah, and one of the onstage questions to one of the young ladies, she was asked how she felt about teachers carrying a concealed weapon in the classroom.
Really?
And I thought her response was so great. She said that students trust their teachers, and teachers are the first line of defense. So she definitely thought that they should have their concealed weapons permit for that reason.
Wow, I like that.
So for me, that was just spot on. So I think for that reason alone, and one of the things that they had touched on also is that's like the mama bear comes out in you. And I think for women to just have that concealed permit, to have kind of that safety underneath your belt, so to speak, I think that's so important.
But we'll have to have him back again.
Yes.
And Maddie's a doll. I cannot wait to go to watch her at the Salem Hills High School at their Salem
Oh my
Days.
gosh,
That's-
she's so talented.
yeah.
That was
Like,
amazing.
Her song should be a hit.
it should be playing on the radio right now.
Yeah, she's darling.
That was a ton of
Have
fun.
you started reading our book club book, The Nest, that you chose? Me either. But I'm going to.
I know it's been so busy. I know that's not an excuse, but yes, I will start it right away.
Well,
I know I chose
we'll
that.
get on it. We'll get
Yes.
on it. And I hope Off was having a great time in Florida.
I hope that she's having a great time too, soaking
It's
up
been
the
fun.
sun. Yes, maybe she's reading it. She's probably beating us both to
Right.
the punch, right?
Hopefully, what if it's not good and she says it's not good, then we won't need to read it.
That's
Just kidding.
true.
It's going to be
That's true.
awesome. I'm excited to read it. It sounds great. I even let all my book club friends know.
Oh, good.
When we had book club, hey, Chatter Matters. Book club, our book club is Chatter Matters. I'm like, ladies, you need to read Studio Chatters
Yes.
book club.
And for the record, the book that we're reading is The Nest.
I'm excited.
Look it up if you can't remember that.
Well, Natasha, enjoy your summer days.
You do the same.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for being here with us, and keep the chatter going.